All right, so the band Kissing Candice came out with an EP called
Safe Word.
Safe Word, released by Stay Sick Records. They were formerly Victory, but I guess they're not anymore.
Yeah, I guess they changed.
Either way, that got released on the 20th, 21st.
Last week.
Yeah. So they've already released an album, so this is their EP, I guess.
Yeah, they've had one album and I think 3 EPs previously. They started their first release was in 2012.
Okay.
So they've been around for about 5 years.
All right, so let's start with their first song, Mirrors.
Mirrors, what'd you think?
Well, I definitely couldn't see myself liking this song, much less myself in this mirror, as it were. So, this band is... Okay, well... So, the thing is, basically this feels like someone's high school, early 2000s new metal tribute band that was told they should write originals, and then but none of them are good at music. Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah, we'll mention it repeatedly throughout, but this band is Discount Slipknot.
I would say severely discount. This is dollar.
This is dollar bin Slipknot. Yeah.
And a lot of you will disagree with us and say, "Oh no, this is great," and maybe this just isn't for us. But I would say that I think a lot of the production and the things in this are just all wrong.
I listen to this and go, "Why aren't I listening to Slipknot right now?"
I could be spending more time listening to Slipknot anyway. I don't even like Slipknot that much, and I still think they're better than this. Anyway, my point is, this first song, Mirrors. So this song, and then the whole album really, has this thing where it just loves fuzz. This is a band that loves their fuzz pedals, their fuzz inputs, their fuzz effects, to the point, sometimes, overwhelmingly, sometimes to the point of where they get that glitch sound, and I say that in this song they definitely get that glitch sound in parts.
Which I think is probably kind of intentional.
Oh no, because they're going for a sort of new metal, industrial metalcore thing. Like I said, it's like
new metal brought in the, like, electronic bits a little bit, too.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, like... I'm not saying this is doing anything original or not doing anything original. Yeah. What I'm saying is like that their tone is fuzz and fuzz to the point of glitching sounds. So that's their main tone. So the song starts off with what feels like an E drum riff.
Yeah, it definitely felt like synth drums.
And then the real drummer comes in. Yeah. And that's what's interesting is story time. This guy's name, the lead singer, his name is Joey Simpson. And everyone in this band wears a mask. That's why we say Discount Slipknot. They all wear a mask. Probably here's a picture of them.
And they just sound like bad Slipknot.
Yeah. So that was a picture of them. And so Joey Simpson was previously of Dr. Acula, which is a very popular deathcore band. Okay. But he wasn't the singer. He wasn't the guitar player. He wasn't the bass player. He wasn't the drummer. He was the samples guy.
Okay.
And then they were so well with Victory or whatever that he was like, "Hey, Victory, I want to start my own thing." And so he became the singer of this band.
Great.
He could use a singing lesson.
Yeah.
Or he
should just stick to not being the vocalist.
So the vocal in this is mixed very quiet and it's very weak, and and
I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Honestly, it feels like they're trying to hide his clean. Okay, so there's
I was gonna say he has several different styles of vocals.
And I think it might be other people in the band too. I'm not sure.
In this album in general, and one of them is just clean singing, and then he also does screaming, and then some like Marilyn Manson-esque like
talking. So in this song, I believe has it all. Yeah. So his singing is really, really like he is vocally weak. He's singing at the height of his vocal cords out of the throat. And when he's doing his head voice, it sounds like he's not having a good time doing the singing. Yeah,
he has kind of a wispy, breathy voice, which is common in people who have never taken a voice lesson in their life.
Yeah, and so...
Because you don't know how to do breath support yet.
Yeah, his high... And then later we hear a bit of his high-pitched screaming in the bridge. And to me, it sounds really painful. He's like... It's like, dude, stop! Mm-hmm. Oh, God, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah. Some of the lower screams sound alright, though.
The lower screams sound significantly better, I think. I think he knows how to do that, and then is pushing it to the high vocals, and it's really hurting his throat. Anyway, back to the song itself.
Yep. This song, it's got a riff that has, like, 2 notes. And the bridge is, like I wrote down, literally just single note chugs. It's ultra simple.
Well, yeah, but I will say in the bridge it's very bass driven. There's a lot of like the bass gets to take a lead for a second.
That's true.
I say lead. It's not like it's a simple, complex sort of like solo, but it's definitely this sort of bassy moment where you're like, yeah, I'm really feeling it. Especially because the bassist has this nice sort of fuzzy tone that's really heavy, and that's one thing I really like.
Yeah, that was a nice moment. I think personally the best thing about the song for me was the melody of the chorus.
I can't even remember how it went.
I can't sing it for you right now, but I just remember that being like, okay, the chorus is not bad, but then everything else is so boring.
Yes, I would say that's a thing that this Joey Simpson, if he wrote most of it, I would say that's his thing. Is he writes catchy enough choruses, but everything else. And
then the rest of the song is filler between the choruses.
Yes, definitely none of them made me hit the roof. That's for sure.
Hit the roof. Did it make you want to hit anything?
No, it didn't. In fact, all in all, this made me, just like every song on this album, I guess I wanted to hit that pause button. Hey-o.
Yeah. Well, this song, when it first started, I was a little excited about it because it's got a riff. A riff with, like, melodic notes.
It's got, like, panning, and it's got a little flanger on that intro. Yeah. And it's really sort of, like, except that's sort of...
And the riff is not bad. The
except that's the whole song. That was their creative element.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that one riff was, like, a good idea.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then we get into the verse, and the verse is just jing, 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 jing,
yeah, it's got that really annoying sound in it.
It's literally just one chord. It's just jing, jing, jing. I think it's a guitar. It's just terrible. But there is a little more bass underneath that's driving it.
Yeah. It's just like not a lot happening in the verses, though.
Well, yeah, and this is the one where he's kind of talking, also. Yeah. And like I said, we've mentioned earlier the Manson vocal, and he brings that throughout, really, the album, where he has this sort of, what do you call it, fry vocal talking?
Yeah, like... Yeah, Marilyn Manson does it, and Spider One, Power Man 5000 does it. And
speaking of Power Man 5000, some of you may recognize this chorus as pretty much being the chorus of Worlds Collide. And like I said, ripping off new metal-y, alt-metal-y stuff, industrial. Yeah. That's what a great choice to rip off. You're gonna rip off someone. Spider One is great. His band is great. But yeah, this chorus is almost exactly Worlds Collide in my brain. So for that, I kind of can't give it a lot of credit. It is cool and groovy. Yeah, the vocal is very layered.
It's the chorus. I think the chorus was the best part of the song.
Hit the roof.
Like you can. It's, we as people who didn't particularly enjoy this, we're still bobbing our heads along.
Oh, yeah. This we're playing at the metal club or the rock club or whatever it is. You dance to it. You get in there with it. But this isn't going to be the crowd pleaser, I don't think. I'm not sure anything on this is the crowd pleaser. But that being said, so the bridge here has this very sort of the hard glitched out fuzz that I mentioned earlier, over a lot of the Manson sort of, which is also very Worlds Collide, because that's what he's doing in that song too, which is why I swear they must have listened to. And it's funny that he's the sample guy, which means that he takes other pieces of music and art and stuff and made that part of the deathcore thing.
No, that's why this whole thing sounds so derivative.
Because he's the sample guy. Boom. Yeah. We opened it right open. Oh, but this song proves that they think swearing is edgy. Because in the outro, this is the first time that they do it, because in the outro, he's just saying, like, get up, motherfuckers. And he just says that again and again. You're like, oh, he thinks this is so cool, and the audience is going to think this is so cool when I swear and tell everybody to get up. And that's why it's just in the outro, so that, so when your parents listen to the beginning of the song, it's okay. And
I think you might be reading into it a little bit. I think it's just and the song with a sort of crowd chanty thing.
Yeah.
Which I thought was okay.
So the next song is Degeneration.
Degeneration. Did you think it was Degenerate?
Yes. I guess. This song is super weird. So this is the first song that I said, this must be a joke some metal YouTuber like Jared Dines is doing. This whole band must be a joke, right? Because the chorus in this, the whole song is minor, except the chorus, which is the cha-cha slide. No joke, go listen to it. Literally, it goes like, sex, da-da-da-da. Drugs, da-da-da-da. Hate, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's literally... And
then, the last line says, you can say everybody clap your hands over it, like in the same rhythm.
Yeah, it's everybody get the cup, or something like that. And literally, it's the cha-cha slide. And I'm like, this has to be a joke. And then in like his versing, he does the whisper, which is like, do you want to be immortal or whatever? It's like, is this funny?
Well, and from what I could hear of the lyrics, it's very like cliche. And I feel like I guess the topic is not new, been around forever, but
sex, drugs, and hate. Wow. Teenagers don't get any of that
crazy.
stuff. But no, the intro, so to get into the music of this, the intro is very standard chugs it's got some sort of like riffage in like the ends of like a set of 4 chugs.
But the thing is, it all stays inside the same like 5-note range, and it's all so low that the ear just kind of blurs it together.
Yes, these guys definitely down-tuned to some degree.
Probably like C.
They're not doing like Nile and down-tuning to A or whatever it is.
The Nile's actually good.
Yeah, Nile is great.
They're amazing, actually.
No, but and this song has the trash can snare in it. It goes with the ping, and that's why I'm like, this has to be a joke, right? It has the pingy trash can snare. It's got the cha-cha slide in the chorus. It's just it feels like it's a joke, and I don't mean to be rude, but because then it goes into a bridge, and it's like someone making fun of metalcore breakdowns.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's like a 1-note breakdown. Yeah, it's like a 1-note bend. Basically, it's like doom doom doom.
And it's the same. It's the same.
And then the drums are just.
And you're like, this song feels like a parody of metalcore and making fun of metalcore, but it's embracing it. So I really don't know how to feel about Degeneration, because I want to laugh at it, but I don't want to laugh with it, but I'm not sure if I'm laughing at it, I guess is more my point. So basically I'm not sure which direction it tilts on that.
Tilt. How'd you think it?
How did I think tilt? So it certainly was the most common word in the song is tilt-a-whirl, and it certainly felt like one. I was confused, upset, and nauseated the whole time.
I personally, to say a positive thing about this song, I felt it was the most creative.
This was the least boring by far, yeah.
Yeah. It definitely was the most interesting, and it has an intro where they're clearly going for like a spooky clown kind of thing.
Yes, I said synth violin and spoopy ghost keyboard. It's a circus, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean, at least they were going for an idea that wasn't just chugs and.
Well, they're all wearing like clown weird masks anyway, so that you might as well go for the feel.
So that was a positive.
No, I won't deny this song is the most creative of all of them. Mm-hmm. It's also is it the longest?
Which is funny. We're saying it's the most creative, and but it's funny that the verse and the chorus have the same like rhythm in both the drums and the vocals. It's just like
I will say the drummer finally really showed up on this song. He was like, they were really well forwardly mixed. It was really dry. It was very sort of it had like a lot of movement to it for a new metalcore song, and that I think was the most skillful example of drums on this whole EP. I certainly thought so, anyway.
Yeah,
drums that weren't E-drums.
I was, like, listening to the drums more on this song. If only because I noticed that they were the same throughout the whole song, but...
So, this song is all over the place in that it has the high screams, the low growls, it has some clean singing for a second.
And it's got that clean singing is the...
I thought it was, like, maybe a pre-chorus?
No,
maybe?
It's the end of the chorus.
Oh, is it?
It's
okay.
The last
This
line.
song's structure is also incredibly strange.
The singing at the end of the chorus is a prime example of how not good he is at singing.
Yeah.
Clean. Like, I don't know when they were, like, producing this album and they listened to that and went, yeah, that sounds good.
I said that it was I think it kind of has the attitude of modern pop punk where it's like, we don't have to sound good because we're hard.
Yes.
But they're hard for teens. Wait, hold on. That came out wrong. They are hard music for teenagers. So it's interesting. This chorus has this really weird call and response between like the talk vocal and this really weird sort of confused vocal, and then it has like this weird yelling. It's like, "Wow, yeah, run, get away! Oh my god!" And it's like, what is happening in this song?
Well, I think it's going for that like crazy confused
absolutely.
vibe.
This is like about a girl, I guess.
So,
how a girl will drive you crazy.
Yeah, and so I appreciate that it definitely captures the feeling of what it's going for.
Yes, I really want to ride the tilt-a-whirl. Like advertising into my brain. The song was designed to advertise tilt-a-whirl, because they just say that in the chorus. Something, something, tilt-a-whirl. Something, something, tilt-a-whirl. Something, something, tilt-a-whirl. Tilt-a-whirl, tilt-a-whirl. They just say it repeatedly and repeatedly. And I'm like, that's all I remember. The song's not even called Tilt-a-Whirl. It's called Tilt, because I'm guessing tilt-a-whirl.
You don't have to come up with rhyming lines if you just use the same word at the beginning of every line.
I guess that's true. But I don't know. The bridge I thought was really interesting because it's left. The guitars are all left panned, and the vocal increases in intensity. And he's talking about how it gets crazier and crazier, and I think it's really angry and it's really tense and aggressive. And it's the best bridge / breakdown intro on the album, I think. It just until he's like yelling at the end. Then he does the typical sort of yell something. Then we go into the chugs
breakdown,
which is really simple in this song.
Simple but heavy. At least.
Like I said, this song has the most going for it. This was both the best and worst mixed, and most creative and the weirdest. So you can't be bored. This song is the least boring song. That's for certain. Which
is like a lot of. I think that's a major suffering of this EP is that it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I think, like I said, is from them. Like I said, they're like a nu metal tribute band that was told they should write originals and they don't know how to write music. So the outro of the song is like it's the circus again, but it's like dying off. It's like it's like a dying circus, and clowns are sad enough as it is. You don't want to see one slowly unravel.
Unraveled. Did it make you come unraveled?
No, actually, I felt like I was most tightly bound by this song. So this song, it's all clean singing, almost all clean singing. There's some layers.
Well, until it gets to the end section.
So
it's the ballad of the album.
Yeah, definitely. And so I will say between the first song and the last song, he at least took 2 or 3 singing lessons.
Or this one is, the melody is just, it's quiet enough that he can sing it with his wispy voice and it sounds okay.
Well, I think both are true. And also, this is so layered and so reverby that it's like, it's like 10 people singing in a church. So that's why it probably sounds good because of so many layers, too.
It's okay because the vocals can take up so much space because during the verses, there's just no instruments, really.
There's drums, at least, right?
It's just very slow. And the guitar plays like 3 notes.
This song has the least energy on the album, but I like that because it's definitely you need to come down from all the rest of this. Like I said, it's very much. It's a lot less tense. It's this needed to be in the middle. I feel like between because there are 5.
I thought rather than being restful, it just was dragging. Like the verses felt so long. Well, I was just like, oh God, I'm going to take a nap during this verse.
Well, the thing is, I feel like this is one of the only songs with any real emotion in it. So I actually felt like the slowness was the feeling they were after. Like I said, this song it sounds like by a different band, I would say almost, because it's real emotion. It's actual, like everyone's like doing, not like playing crazy fuzzes or crazy like
That's
metal
true.
drums.
It doesn't have just single note chugging.
It's very much sort of. Granted, the chorus this isn't like a super great song. This is still an okay song, but like, and the chorus like kicks it up just enough.
Yeah, I liked the chorus of the song was nice. That was a more normal rock ballad feel.
Yeah, it had like I said, basically a 4-chord kind of chorus with some extra. There's some extra movement in there that was just filling up all the space with that sort of dream chorusy sound that we mentioned so often. Like I said, this song really backed off the guitars, and the softer vocal really made it
until the last third of the song.
Okay, well, yeah.
So we have this, like, very slow ballad happening, and then after the second chorus, just suddenly it's like, oh, no, we're back to we're in a breakdown again.
Yep.
And honestly, like, that didn't bother me, because I was kind of tired of the song already, and I feel like it was a good, like, step up in intensity. It might have been a big step in intensity, but
stumbling drunkenly.
It at least, like, you know how I like songs that build in intensity a lot, and it does that.
Yes, no, I said my one biggest problem with how the song ends, because you can tell they wanted to end this album as they started it, you know, with their true sound, which is this sort of new metalcore-y thing. Yeah. But I said my one problem was I guess it was their tribute to Korn or some sort of weird industrial thing, but they have like a fly flying near the mic, and it goes the whole end of that thing. I'm like, this is the most annoying sound in the world. It's a movie reference. And it just sounds terrible, in my opinion. And I'm so distracted by that I can't enjoy the rest of it.
I mean, there wasn't much there. It's just a breakdown.
Yeah, but that being said, there wasn't much there is kind of a phrase you could use for this whole album. So let's talk about the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty obvious we didn't like this very much.
Yeah. As we said before, discount Slipknot, dollar bin Slipknot.
And so we looked at the comments on videos and on websites, and clearly people do like this. Yeah. So, good on you if you do. I'm glad you could enjoy this. I couldn't as much. I think the best song, personally, is Unraveled, because I honestly felt like it really was a more whole, full tone that wasn't annoying, except for that part with the fly sound. What about you?
My favorite song was Hit the Roof.
Yeah, it's because you like Worlds Collide.
That's true, I do like that song a lot. I'd rather listen to that song, but it was just I think it most captured what several of their songs had, which is where the chorus is good, and then there's some filler, and then there's the chorus that's good again, and then there's a breakdown.
Well, it had that good riff with the pan.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I like that song because it actually had a riff, and the chorus was the most catchy. I can definitely
agree with you on that. I will say, like I said, overall, what would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 10?
2?
No, it's not that bad. At worst, it's a 4. It's a 4 for me.
Where 1 is what and 10 is what, though? What's your scale?
1 is Ice JJ Fish, which I don't know if you've ever seen. Yeah. But that's on purpose, so I don't even know how you can actually rate that. And 10 is Master Puppets.
2.
I'll give it a 4 because I think this comes from a good musical place. I love the fuzz they're going for. I love that where they can get the glitchiness in there. I love that idea. I hate the execution.
Yeah. No, I enjoy the bands that they are ripping off of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to tell who they ripped off of most. Did they rip off Slipknot. Or Korn, or Disturbed, or who else was new metal at the time? Like I said, Worlds Collide, that was Power Man 5000. Mm-hmm. The problem is I think they're too derivative because Joey Simpson is a sample guy. Like, you hit the nail right on the head there.
You don't put the sample guy in charge of composing a song. Yeah. This is what happens.
Yes. So, in the end, will you listen to the Kissing Candice next album that comes out?
No, I will not.
Would you go and listen to Dr. Acula, the deathcore band he's from?
I'm not a big deathcore fan.
Especially because he's not in the band anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not inspired to listen to more Kissing Candice. If there's a song that you guys would recommend that would sell us on it, please
tell us what their best song is.
Yeah, tell us in the comments. And basically that's it. Yeah, everyone's a critic, including us.